breaking down that systemic robotic life they force us to do. You can't do this, you can't do that. But guess what? I did it. I'm here. Woo!
We got
Million times.
we got the perfect example right in front of us.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yes,
we got the perfect example right in front of us. Lupillo Gomez.
I got you, man. Hey, Lupillo Gomez. I'm just
Thank
playing,
you so
but
much.
yeah,
Man.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much
you
for being here.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to be out here. I hope I hope you're comfortable. I hope the mic sounds good for you.
I do want to thank both of you guys, both Ovi and Miguel. I've been a follower of your podcast since you first started, and you guys been doing good. I commend you for your work because this is something that not everybody is gonna follow, but yet you still stick to what you love doing. So it doesn't matter what others think, but what you guys like doing. So I like that stuff. And as just an introduction about myself, my name is Guadalupe Gomez, and I am better known in our community as Lupillo, and I am one of the board members for the Laredo Independent School District, which I represent District 2.
How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
27
Wow.
years young. That's
Young,
young.
that's
man.
young.
Well, yeah.
I mean-
Let's put it young. Super young.
I mean, for 27 years old, it sounds like you've accomplished a lot of things. I mean, at 27 years old, I don't know what I was doing. And I mean, look at you. You're in a suit at 27 years old.
Looking fly too, man.
And I can't wait to get a little deep into that story of, what made you get into this position? How did you start? What motivated you? What kept you going? What was it something that you always wanted to do since you were a little kid?
Actually, as an initiation for me deciding to run, it all goes back to when I was younger. And even though I still look young, it was when I was way looking younger. And I believe it was second grade. And I was sitting down in class, and our teacher was like, the superintendent and the board members are going to come and visit the campus. So please be at your best behavior and do your work. So it happened that those individuals, the superintendent and the board members, came into the classroom. So that was the first time that I had the introduction, not a direct one, but an introduction to superintendent and what was a board member.
Yeah.
So it stuck to me, and I don't know why. There's certain things that since I was little, that things that happen, that they just stick to my mind, and they're just there. So that was my first initiation to knowing, or more of an introduction to superintendent and board members, not knowing that later down the road that I would eventually decide to run for such a position as a board member, as a trustee for the Laredo Independent School District.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sounds like you envisioned yourself at that age.
Not really. It was just more of an introduction.
Okay.
But as I grew older and just finding this passion for public service, I decided just to take a run. So and there's other things that happen. I don't say this often, but I do somehow tell certain individuals of things that would happen. So when I was in elementary, I had issues with my reading. So instead of getting that help that I needed, I was placed in ESL classes, which was in that time nothing but Spanish.
Yeah.
So my state exams and my class were on Spanish. So instead of them giving me a hand to better myself, it was like I was categorized and just slamming into a class, and it affected me in the long run.
Yeah.
But I've been able to break that barrier, and it's just things like that knowing that as a trustee, you can make a difference, and so for stuff like that. So it's all in one, the introduction when I was in, I believe it was second grade, if I'm mistaken, that first one and this one, and then just having a passion for serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I like how you mentioned that, because a lot of people seem to not mention the fact that there's a difference of education depending on where you're at, what school you go to, where you stay at. Like you said, sometimes depending on the education, they might put you in barriers, or they might make you focus on things that won't make you advance the right way. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
it sure,
like,
it sure does, and it was just one of those. But things have changed drastically, and I'm happy to be part of it now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And things will keep changing, because I always think, like, there's no way there can be one system for every single student, right? Every student is different,
Yes,
right?
that's
Some
for sure.
students come in, they learn differently, they learn through visuals. Some others have to, see it on paper. It's different. And right now, I think with everything going on, and even some of the kids being forced to stay home at sometimes, I mean, that must be affecting their education drastically, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it sure
definitely.
does.
I'm curious to know what was the process to be where you are right now. Where did you first have to start? Like, in order to be where you are right now, like, could anybody just directly be in that position, or is there little steps?
As far as the position that I hold,
Yes.
well, I am an elected official, so it isn't a position that goes out to a vote.
Okay.
But it all begins at having a passion to wanting to serve. If you have it and you think you can do it, then go ahead. I started a campaign, the normal campaigning as far as block walking and talking to the community, getting to know what are their thoughts and concerns that they have and stuff. So it was more of an introduction on a one-to-one basis. So I ran that stuff, advertisement, and the election started, and I was blessed and given the opportunity to serve.
I believe you were a peace officer, correct?
I'm still in.
You-
I'm a licensed Texas peace officer.
So that was one of your stepping stones. That's how you first kind of started as that, and it kind of like led you to keep going up.
Well, yes, I would say so. And it all started as a Texas licensed peace officer, more of wanting to do that when I was in high school. So I was a part of the criminal justice vocationals at Morton High School,
Okay.
and I had my teacher Desiree Leal, which I'm very thankful. So Miss Leal, if you're hearing this, I want to thank you.
Shout out.
She just planted something in my mind
Yeah.
to wanting to continue following the passion that I had for or my interest in that field. So I was part of the criminal justice vocationals at Morton High School, and after graduating, I'm a Morton High School graduate of class of 2013, and I yeah, Tiger wants
Yeah,
Tiger always a
hey.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger World, baby.
We got red and black back here.
Yeah.
So
Better
I
watch it, Miguel. We'll
yeah, that's
watch it.
good. So then I decided to join Laredo Community College, which is now Laredo College, and I was able to go through my associates in criminal justice and graduated that back in May of 2016. Then I decided to join the police academy for Laredo Community College as well, and I graduated as a licensed Texas peace officer in December of 2016, to be exact. So it was a constant thing, It was introduction in Martin High School with criminal justice vocationals, graduating, going to college, going to the police academy, beginning a career as a law enforcement officer, and it went on and went on.
Lupito's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's my bro, and I've seen him grow up, and he's from the barrio, just like me. I mean, I've seen him grow up, and to see him now on my podcast and be able to speak about public service and actually seen him all the things he's able to do is amazing to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he is younger than me, but I mean, like, sometimes I feel like, oh my God, he's been able to accomplish things like that even someone twice my age would not accomplish.
Yeah,
That makes
definitely.
sense?
Yeah.
I've seen him be able to be like, okay, my goal is to do this, and then he does it.
Mhm.
And then he says, my goal is to do this, and he does it. And then even to a point where no one believes he could do it.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's able to strive,
He's an underdog.
break barriers.
I'm
like
pretty
you
sure
said.
he got a lot of negativity running.
Yeah, I mean, look, and we'll talk about that, but I just wanted to point that out. Like, I've seen him grow up. I've seen his struggles. The type of person he's become has made me a proud brother. And the things he's able to accomplish and the thing he dreams to accomplish is just amazing to me
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So just to bring out some of those things, I know last Thanksgiving you gave out turkeys. I know that.
Yeah.
Last Mother's Day you did an amazing event. I was there. A lot of mothers had different gifts and stuff like that. It's amazing. You do this, you break your own bank. You dedicate your own time. I mean, what drives you to do that? Not everyone does that. What drives you to bring out like, okay, I want to do out and give out to the community with nothing in return? Just do that.
It's just a passion out of heart, and just going back to the goal thing regarding goals. I've learned something, as you mentioned, goal after goal. Anything you have in mind, you do it, because later on in life, you're gonna say, "I should have done it." So you're gonna regret it and live in that
Okay.
that box just stuck in there.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So and even if you do it later down the road, you're gonna still say, I should have done it before and it would have been better. So whatever you have, you do it. So I've learned that you place a goal and you work towards that goal till you accomplish it. And it's gonna take time, patience, dedication, and more than anything, consistency.
Yeah.
If you're consistent and you keep doing to get to that goal, you will accomplish it. If you get out of track, you come back, you keep at going at it, and it will come through. So I that's the way I have been able to go one goal after another. And as far as serving the community at what you mentioned, what I do and stuff, it's just a passion. Sometimes there's things that I'm not ready to do, but if something it's in my heart and says do it, I'll do it. And things just happen to all align together, and it comes through. So it's something that I just feel, and I get to my instincts and I move on with it.
Wow, okay. And everything comes together.
Everything comes together. It happens most of the time. It comes together, which it's kind of weird, but it comes through. I don't know if I'm blessed in a certain way, but it comes through.
And to get back to what I mentioned earlier with Ovi was, I'm sure that you faced a lot of negativity when you were doing, your running and all that stuff.
On the campaign trail.
Yes. Was there a lot of like negativity or maybe stuff that was kind of like, on your back that you just didn't need at the time? But it
There's
was there?
some things that would happen here and there, as politics in Laredo. Everyone knows politics in Laredo or something else.
It gets
So
tricky. Yeah.
I guess there is people out there that have their own groups. I would say it's no secret.
Yeah.
And if somebody new is coming in and you're invading their territory or what they're doing, then you become a threat.
Yeah.
So I would say that was negative on that part, but I still kept on moving forward. And I think it's all back to serving for the community. Once it becomes a self-serving for your personal interest or for the interests of others within your group, then it's a problem. I don't support that. I support the interests of the community and serving. So yes, it was negative, and I also had I remember I was block walking. It was this older gentleman, and he was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "No, my name's Lupillo Gomez. I'm better known as Lupillo. I'm here in the community, and I'm one of the candidates for the Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees." And at that time, it's still this time, it's a District 2. So it was a brief introduction and just letting them know what was it that I was planning on working. And they were like, "You're nobody.
Oh, wow.
Nobody knows you."
And this is just like a regular person?
Regular guy. He's
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
"You're nobody.
Wow.
You're not going to win. Nobody knows you. He said specific last names, which I don't want to mention. He was like, "You're not this type person or like this name. So nobody knows you. You're not going to win." And I just said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
And deep inside, I thank the Lord. I was blessed. I was thankful for placing that individual on my path that day, because of that message, I said to myself, "You know what? I'm gonna go to all the houses and I'm gonna make sure they get to know who I am."
Yeah, motivated you.
Yeah, so it motivated me.
Gotta
Yeah.
prove 'em
Gotta
prove 'em
Yeah,
wrong.
a little fire up on it.
Yeah, so instead of
Yeah.
being something that would bring me down, it
Exactly.
motivated me to keep on moving forward.
Go
So it was
harder.
something,
Yeah.
I went ahead and so it was good.
Prove him wrong. Prove
Of
a
course,
point.
of course.
Yeah, and it was not just to prove him wrong, but it was just something that it was motivational for me, and we went at it, and we were blessed with the win.
And I like that. And I'm sorry,
Go
but
ahead.
I like that he said he's blessed. And then I like how you're very faithful. And that's the first thing that popped into my head when you said, yeah, I'm going to go against and maybe be in someone's territory and become a target and an enemy. But only someone with faith would do that. Only someone that knows, you know what, the good guys win.
Yeah.
The good guys always win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Only someone with that heart would be able, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go against this because I know I'll be okay.
'Cause a lot of people get
We have the
discouraged.
faith.
They get scared and they
Yeah.
back off.
How many people would not see that and hear that guy and be like, damn, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like people that don't have the faith, they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And from the way you're speaking, the way you're introducing yourself and everything, you have that faith, and I think what you believe in yourself and what you could accomplish. That's amazing.
It's all about the mentality.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what brings good public leaders, right? I mean, if all the leaders were like that, you know, and they had belief in the system and the community, I mean, I think everything would be a lot better. It'd be a better world,
I agree.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's safe to say that there's a lot of people up in power that only care about, themselves or that group, but it's people that, like Lupillo, that you have a vision of caring for the people, for the community.
Yeah.
That's the people that we need,
Exactly.
especially in Laredo.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. And
it's action. It's
Yeah.
before you get out of it, it's action. I want to start this podcast. So faith and my belief and everything aligns, and like you said, God works in mysterious ways where everything starts coming together. Boom, boom. You start getting this. You start getting that. You start getting this opportunity. This person messaging you. Same thing with you. You say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do this for the greater good. I'm gonna decide for anyone out there that wants to do it. Go out there and do something for themselves.
just do it.
Just do it. Decide to do it, and everything in your power and your belief and your faith will come, and steps will come. Start jumping down and dropping down from the sky, and everything will align for that to accomplish.
It aligns.
Gotta do it.
And actually, nothing was planned out. There was nothing in my plans to run. I was just one day having a conversation with a group of friends, and they were like, "Just do it."
Yeah.
So I
We
did
need
it.
We need those kind of friends.
Yeah, we did.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And that's
Those are
how
the
it
type of-
started. So nothing planned. It was just something randomly and popped out, and it got to my head. And
How did you
wow,
feel
let's do
when you found out you won?
it.
What was running through your head?
It was a
Did you expect it?
yes, because this is one of the weird things that I don't say it to a lot of people, but I have dreams
Mm-hmm.
or visions or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. So when I would go to sleep and have those visions, dreams, I would see myself doing things,
Mm-hmm.
and I would do them. So when I won, I had already seen myself winning. So actually, when I was sworn in, I did an introduction or a speech for when I was caught up to the podium, and I wore that same suit that I had
In
seen
your
myself
dream.
in my dream.
That was manifestation, right there.
That's it.
So-
I was gonna let him finish. You know what that's called, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, that is called manifestation.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
what we talked about in this damn show,
That's what it
night
is.
in, night out. That's
So-
what it is, man.
So
Wow.
it's just things like that, and like I said, things just align together and they happen, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It
I can
feels
imagine.
good.
I can imagine.
Is that amazing?
I can imagine like already knowing how you feel, and then when it happens, it's like you don't even feel excited. It's like, oh, cool. Like I already knew. I already knew what it was gonna be. Like I've been here before. You know what I mean? I've been here.
Exactly.
I've done this
So-
already in my dreams.
So that shows to tell you, like, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I was just, since I had already lived it in a dream, it was just a thing that, another step, nothing to blow my ego or anything. It was just another step.
Yeah.
Wow,
You
that's
know?
amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Cause like, think about it, bro. The average person, I mean, they lose sleep. I
Yeah.
mean, they don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't have the visuals. Like, they don't visualize themselves doing
Not the right
that.
mentality, you know. I think, and I blame that because there's hasn't been anybody that teaches us that when we're kids. Nobody teaches us how to follow our dreams, manifest, vision. It's something that we learn on our own. And grateful for us, we have visions, we have goals, and we put it into action. That's what we all have to do in order to find your
sir.
passion.
Just goals, and once you place a goal and you're working at it, once you start working at it, you're succeeding.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that you're failing.
Yeah.
As soon as you put that goal, you start working, that's success already. You're succeeding. Because each step of the way, it's a success.
Yeah.
Each one until you accomplish your final goal.
I have a motto. I don't know if it's out there, but you only fail if you don't try.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Because a lot of people kind of like they lose focus on what actually matters. Do you care more about the destination or the journey?
Good
The
question.
destination or the journey.
What's more fun to you? What's life?
I
What
think
I'm looking forward to?
I think the journey.
The journey?
Yeah, I think so it's like my campaign trails. It was a great journey, and once I accomplished that goal, it was just another one.
I saw that
down.
video. I saw that music video.
Yeah.
That was,
Okay. We're gonna
nice.
talk about that, but let me tell you this first because he chose journeys. But in order to have journeys, you must have a destination.
Yes.
Right. So I'm not saying not to have a destination. I'm saying what matters to you more. What do you care about more, the journey or the destination? Because once you're there, you're there. But what did it take you to get there? What sacrifices? What happiness? How did that make you feel? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah, that's the journey.
Yeah.
That's what shapes you into who you are, especially at your age. In 10 years, you're going to be a different person.
Yep.
This just made you stronger. This just shaped you to who you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? Beware. You know what I'm saying? Beware.
Yeah.
Beware of this generation that just has a million people in their palm of the hand.
It's a different
You know what I'm saying?
mindset, different
Different mindset,
energy,
brother.
different blood.
And
different
guess what? This
vision.
could be you. You need to understand that we're just doing this to just share it to you guys. Any dream you might have, just put into place. Just put into work. You're already winning. Lupa just said it. You're already winning. Am I right?
Yeah. As
Are
long
we
as you're-
winning?
As long as you're doing it, you're winning.
As long as
Exactly.
you do it. If you don't lose, you don't do it, you're losing out.
I love it. And I'm going to ask you right now. I don't even can tell us what the hell is next? What's next?
Yeah, what's your goals?
What's next for Lupe?
What's your goals?
Yeah.
That's a tricky question.
You can be broad. You can be broad with us. You
You
can
have to
tell
be
us just-
specific.
yeah. I mean, just what's
Um,
next, bro?
I don't know what's next
More?
for
Is there
now.
more to come? Are you liking the political game? Yeah. Are you
I'm liking the
the
serving
community service
community
game?
service. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. And as far as what's next, still don't know. Whatever God places in my heart to do, I will do.
That's amazing. But
Yes.
right now, off the bat, 'cause I gotta ask you, what do you think the community needs right now? Off the bat, like, what do you think the community just like? Hey, right now we can just do this, and the community would be better. What we just be better off?
Just I would say getting ready for the future. You know, if we're making things for now, why not do them for the future? You know, you prep things for the future, because if we're doing something right now and it only works for now, we're gonna have to redo it or do something to fix it, to adapt when we're in the future. So if we are able to más o menos, you know, envision what's next and prep that field, so when the future is here, we're ready. So I think we need a positive change and get in the bus to adapt to everything that's new, updating. You know, everything's changing, and I feel that as a city we are behind to a certain point, and we are advancing and growing and stuff, but just not the right way.
What do you love about Laredo, bro? What do you love about the city? What makes you drive? Because I know that's part of the community service to
Yes.
give out to. I mean, it has to be the love for the city that you have as
Just our people,
well. Yeah, I got you,
It's
man.
our culture.
our people, our culture.
That's what I said.
yeah.
When you're block walking and like, oh, I'm trying to you.
It's
And the whole
just-
block knows you. You grew up there.
It's
Yeah.
just a
You grew up where you're
natural
at.
connection.
Exactly.
Natural connection.
Exactly. I can't stress how much like that means to me, because coming from the barrio, coming from the the block that you came from, I mean, not everyone has this mentality. Not everyone breaks through these barriers. A lot of times, man, and you won't say it, but a lot of times the people we know, when we were growing up, they're either dead or in prison, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they're struggling right now.
It's
And
reality.
a lot of that's reality. And a lot of times, bro, to be honest, I mean, a lot of times for people to be well off here, and we spoke about it with Sammy, you gotta be like in a Norias or a trucker,
Yeah.
and other than that, you're not making the money you're supposed to be making to feed your family, and it's hard.
And in regards to that, I know you asked Lupe this, but I'm gonna pretend like you asked me. What can we do to better the community? And this is just my opinion. I think what we need to do is show support to all the family businesses, the local businesses,
Yes,
the local
yes.
restaurants, all the mom and pop shops.
Exactly.
We got to make sure that those are a little bit more exposed, so that way people know about it. And I mean, if you have a relative or a family member that has a business,
Support it.
you got to support it.
Yes, I
And
agree.
Yes,
If you were to ask me, what can we do to better the community? Let's show more love to those people that own businesses.
Yes, I totally agree, because you have a relative, a friend that opened up a business and they have this price, and you want to, it's $20, and you say, hey, can it be 15? When you go to the mall, you go to another place, McDonald's or something, they're not gonna work with the price.
Yeah.
Either you want it or you're not. You
Not
take it.
negotiable.
So
Not
why put down someone that you know that is trying to succeed in their own ways as a
Yeah.
business and try to bring it down on the price? You know, it's $20. Just pay for it.
Yeah.
Support it.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think TJO just made a post recently.
Mhm.
He's like, if you're asking for a friend's discount, are you really my friend?
Hey,
That makes
that's a
sense.
good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Because
that.
you're not asking for the the top dog. You're not asking for the discount, And now I'm bringing you this type of quality.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Sammy in the house when he says, you know your worth.
Yeah.
We're talking about taco palenque. Yeah, it's expensive, but hey,
No,
go find that taco somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That's
Know
what it
your
is.
worth. Know what you're worth, and then get it going. Do you visualize yourself like during the day? Do you have a routine?
Yes.
Do you wake up extra early before everyone else wakes up? I mean, what do you do?
I'll be honest. I don't like waking up too early in the morning.
I'm a morning person.
But
Yeah.
but I know a lot of successful people that wake up super
Yeah.
early. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Either some wake up early and work late at night. Some work.
But you have
wake up-
some type of
Yeah.
time management, right?
Yeah, I more than anything I visualize it. Today I'm gonna do this and just that and go with it.
So to go off on what Ovi's saying about, being stressed, and I know you said that at times it's stressing. When you feel stressed, what do you do to de-stress? Any hobbies or stuff like
I
that?
just take time to myself, sit down, relax, think about things.
Okay. You listen to music, watch
This
movies.
is I tend to hear music with no lyrics. It's
Just like instrumental.
It's just instrumental.
Yeah.
It's just,
I like that.
it's
I like
just-
that.
that,
That's for
yeah.
me. And let me tell you, pinpoint something out real quick. When I asked this man, hey, when can we schedule you for a meeting, or when can we schedule you to come into the podcast? The first thing he told me is like, hold on, I haven't sat down to think, so I can't really tell you when I'm available. I haven't gotten to the point of the day where I sit down and visualize my next day or whatever.
Mhm.
And I kind of like, oh man, that's respectful. Like, that's something you could take and like, okay, I could use that in my life. Like, if I were to visualize or sit down every day, just 1 hour a day or even less, 10 minutes a day, just sit down and think about your next day. Okay, I need to do this, do that, do this, do that. Then you'll be able to kind of, like you said, be able to plan it out or schedule it in a way where you could do everything,
Yeah,
get everything
that's-
accomplished.
So that's
Right?
that's the way it works.
And that's what you
gotta-
do.
Gotta sit down, take some time.
Do you do the same thing with your goals? Because I know, like, we had Luis here, and he's like, okay, I write my goals
Oh,
down.
yeah.
They're all over the wall and stuff. Like, I mean, is that something you do, or how do you come up with your goals? Because I know you visualize. I know that's part
It's
of it.
more
but-
for me. It's not too much of writing them down, but visualizing them.
Yeah.
okay.
But also being realistic. I'm not. I want to do something. You gotta be real as far as it's. Si se puede. We
Okay,
can
si
do
se
this.
puede, yeah.
Si no se puede, you
But-
might
but-
not well mess with it.
But let's be like let's treat lightly with that, because, for example, when you say realistic, I feel like in my heart, I feel like the problem with people right now is that they don't dream big enough. They kind of be like, okay, I could do this much with my life, and then they get there and they're like, okay, that's it. But they don't dream like, hey, I
Big.
could really accomplish some life-changing stuff that could change millions of people's lives. Like, they don't think like that, right? They think, okay, I could be this position. And then they grow up, like Luis, for example, he'll grow up. He's like, I want to be a teacher. I do my college degree. I do this and that. I'm a teacher now. But like in reality, like, oh, okay, maybe I was too young to think big enough. I could be way more than just like that,
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I believe it happens to all of us. We do something and then next thing you know, we're doing something different, something bigger. It's
Exactly.
like you guys. Right now, you're thinking this podcast.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you're
Thinking
blow
something
up
else.
and doing something else.
Yeah.
But it's just as it goes.
Exactly.
Everything's with
And let
time.
me not speak wrongly about any position. For example, there's a teacher out there that changed his life.
Yeah.
Yes.
If she wasn't out there, if she wasn't doing that position, he wouldn't be making the greater good to do what he can for the community.
Yep.
That's powerful. Some people need to be teachers.
Mhm.
That's how way
We
they're
have
going to change and they're going to develop the world. That's their passion. That's what they could do and interact with the youth to be able to do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
And at the end of the day, I've always thought about this, and I don't know what you guys think about it, but I've always felt that we're all connected.
Yeah.
We're all connected, and it's
Yes.
energies and stuff. It's not a coincidence that you get to meet someone randomly. It happened because of something.
It was meant to
Just-
be.
You just gotta pay attention. just pay attention. Sometimes you got to just look at everything, and there's a message.
All the good and the bad stuff, because bad things happen,
and
and they say, "Oh, why did this happen to me?" Well, it happened for a reason. Bad
Yes.
things happen for a reason
It
too.
gives you a thicker skin.
Yeah.
Everything is made to shape you in one way or form, right? Like they're able to make you who you are, whether it's like you said, something bad or something good that happens to your life. It's the way you take it, right?
That's
Now,
how it
how
goes.
many times? Let me ask you this: how many times are you not like thinking of something in your head, and then the next person, like right next to you, like for example, Miguel would like just say it,
All the time.
he'll pop it out.
All
That's all he means. Like we're all connected in a
Yeah.
way. We've all gone through that. Why would we talk about it?
Mhm.
Because they just we're either like
On
I
the
don't know.
Same frequency.
We're the same. Exactly. We're in a frequency. We're all connected in some way. One shape or form. We're connected. That's for sure.
Yes.
That's fact. We don't talk about it though.
Mhm.
We don't talk about that
'Cause
connection with people.
We're too busy.
Yeah.
We're
You
too
know,
busy
people are too busy on daily things, and they don't stop.
on distractions that they might make for you. Like I don't want to get too deep because I have my own beliefs in it.
Social media.
Miguel, what? I'm just saying, like social media is social media, but like to us. But like for example, for like my younger daughter, social media is going to be everything.
Yeah.
Social media will be able where she gets her education.
But it's
Where
too
he
much.
gets your
You know,
entertainment.
actually, I was reading through some articles, some class that I was taking, and it was is on research for Facebook use and how it affects others, like the well-being of a person and stuff.
Yeah.
So Facebook did a non-notification study of using certain users and altering their newsfeed. Newsfeed.
Yes.
Kind of make them feel a certain way.
Yeah, so they would change it to something positive, and after a while, the user would post something positive, and they remove positive and put negative, and all of a sudden you have the user putting negative stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Message. So
yeah.
yo,
And that
but
makes sense, right?
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah, so it got to the point where it said that if a person, depending on how a person uses social media, it affects each one differently. And there was this part that said if a person is just viewing another person's page, you know, being shown, checking, not liking, not interacting, not sharing and stuff like that, it created a negative effect on a person. But if you use it in a positive way, you know, communicating with others and interacting and just being positive and stuff, it did good to you.
Okay.
So it was just interesting topic. So and I think that it's very interesting because nowadays a lot of people are hooked on the cell phones.
The power of social media
Yeah.
too.
The way everything's shaped, the way education's made, it's fair to say that a lot of it has to do with mental health, physical health. I mean, if you're always at home, you're not going to be able to do the physical education you should, the physical interaction you should with people. And I think that's why it's always going to be important to,
Interact, get out
interact.
there.
Yeah,
you know.
be out there. Be face to face. I think face to face will always be the
It's number
majority.
one.
Of
It's
course,
just
that's the
good-
main interaction.
It is good for the well-being of
Yeah.
a person to interact,
Now, when-
socialize in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not be scared to change. You know, in order to succeed, in order to do things differently, you have to get out of your comfort zone and be able to take that change.
Yeah.
To accomplish what you want to do. And once you have it, work towards it and get it done. And before I leave, I do want to thank all my family, my friends, our constituents, community members that support what I do. And also thanking you guys again for having me over.
Yes,
You
thank
guys are
you.
doing
thank
great
you,
and
thank you.
keep at it.
Yeah, and Lupe, you're doing an amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you're inspiring the youth. I feel like you're, like you said, breaking barriers. And I think there's no limit to what you could accomplish. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. And like I said, we're very, very grateful to have you on the show. And we'll be able to show you. Go ahead and share your page. Go ahead and share your pages and your. I believe you have a like page for your form as well.
So it's Guadalupe, Lupillo, Gomez, LISD Trustee, District 2. That's my
brother.
like page. Yeah,
Cool
just
deal,
updated
man.
that.
Oh yeah,
Hell
thank you
yeah,
guys.
Lupe.
Make sure y'all tune in,
Thank you.
subscribe, like. Thank you guys.
Flex.
In the flex.
Peace.